right, we are live. Good morning, guys. Morning. How's everyone doing? Dr. Desiano. So Thursday, July 21st. Big day. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we got Tesla earnings yesterday. This is why you don't play earnings, right? So both Netflix and Tesla both stayed within the implied move, which means that the implied volatility, right? Crushed. Option contracts crushed. Both sides. So unless you played a condor, which is usually the right play, if you really need to play, if you're really itching, if you really need to play earnings, the right play is typically a iron condor. But you guys can see Tesla sort of moved, but not moving enough. The implied move was $40 plus or minus, so it was about 5.5%. And I think it's up, what is it up? It's up $20. So it moved half of what it needed to for anything to actually move on the options chain. So we'll look at it today. We'll look at, obviously, the NASDAQ, the ES, get an idea of what happened yesterday. You guys saw what happened yesterday. We held 12,250 as we talked about, and we pushed off of it. This was something I talked about in my video on Tuesday. This is something I talked about in the live stream yesterday. And if you prepare with me, or if you look at these levels yourself, then you should have been understanding of why we pushed higher yesterday. Where did we push into? We pushed right into the next level, 12.5. So really, it's just spot on technicals there. Everything worked out beautifully. Push off 250, push into 12.5, rejection at 12.5, and now we're sort of sitting right at it. So should be interesting. A lot of things to look at. A lot of really big tech stocks making some interesting breakout moves. So definitely a time where I wake up and get a little bit more. I definitely feel a little bit like there's a lot more opportunity here over the last few days. We're definitely seeing some moves that can make you money, that do present opportunity. So I'm enjoying these last few days quite a bit. So today's the 21st. Let's get started. Futures as always, economic earnings calendar. So really just Tesla yesterday, guys. That was the big one. And if I pull up the earnings calendar real quick, you can see we did have United report as well, but I think everyone's really looking at Tesla. This morning, AT&T, American Airlines, Nokia, nothing really. Domino's Pizza, DPZ if you're interested. Snapchat after hours, I could care less. I couldn't care less. That's what it's funny how most people say I could care less, but it's actually I couldn't care less. I always say I could care less without really thinking about what I'm actually saying. Snapchat, really don't care about it. That's really it. And then tomorrow before open, Verizon, American Express, Twitter. Verizon, American Express should be interesting to watch for, say, American Express should be interesting to watch for Visa and MasterCard. Verizon, not really that interested in that. More of a dividend stock that you just hold and forget about. Twitter, I hate it. I have no interest. So for me, not really interested in any earnings things past yesterday. Next week is where the fun and games begin. The economic side of things, I think we just have our normal jobless. Do we have jobless claims today? Yeah, we got our normal jobless claims every Thursday, right? So I'm going to pull that up for you. Here we go. Today, jobless claims at 8:30. I don't expect this to really move the market much. I really don't think it's that influential today. I think the big thing that's going to be moving the market is next week. Fed funds target rate, Fed Chair Jerome Powell press conference. This is huge, guys, on Wednesday of next week. And then we have gross domestic product, GDP, first release. That's huge. Do we get a negative GDP number? And PCE inflation index, real disposable income, real consumer spending. So a lot of stuff, guys, next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week is massive on the economic side of things, macroeconomic news. So definitely need to understand that news could change the direction of this market. Danny, well done, man. Yeah, NVIDIA was just so perfect this week. I mean, I'm reminiscent of NVIDIA back in the day where it just made a lot of sense. NVIDIA was just a textbook this week. I loved every single time I got into it. It was just really, really clean. So that's that. We will look at NVIDIA and AMD, of course, both of them making some really, really beautiful retests, stair-stepping patterns to the upside. Just technical. It's a technical dream on NVIDIA and AMD this week. Tesla, big supply above. I would not trust Tesla until it gets above this key level. I'll talk to you about it today. Apple held that 150, 150 as support. This was massive. If you guys saw what happened yesterday, the market started to move yesterday when Apple started to find strength. Apple really was the reason that the market ignited around 10 o'clock, 10:20. So definitely Apple is sort of running the show here. And the earnings on Apple is going to be massive next week. I think it's next week. Yeah, it should be. Target, Costco, Walmart. All three of these retailers are secretly finding some strength, and I want to make sure you guys are aware of them. Target, Costco, and Walmart. These retailers are finding a little bit of strength, and they are good trades if you catch them right. So I want to share those with you. Boeing has been making some sneaky moves lately. Boeing's been pretty strong, some key levels above. Shopify, I'm just a delusional bull on Shopify. I'm very bullish on Shopify. I have a lot of shares in my long term, and I bought more shares as a swing trade on Tuesday. So I think, was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. So Tuesday, I'll show you guys. Tuesday, I bought, where is it? Let's see, here it is. Tuesday, I bought 50 shares of Shopify at $33.86 with a profit target of $40. I was looking at this chart. I like the low at 30. I didn't want to trade the options because I really don't like the option contracts lately of how cheap they are. I wanted to take some shares. So I took those shares, 50 shares of Shop at 33, and they're up very nicely, actually. So I'm going to try to ride those as much as I can. I really like where Shop's at. And I think Shop is at a great point for long-term investing. So I could be wrong, but it just seems to me there's so little to lose to purchase Shop shares down here. That's just my personal opinion. Financials heating up. Goldman Sachs has been very strong. XLF has found some bids, so definitely keeping an eye on those financials. And then finally, Netflix. Netflix is an interesting one. Netflix is breaking out of some very key levels and is getting very close to that major gap down from their last earnings. So does Netflix find some dip buying down here? Does the sentiment on Netflix change in the future here? I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely interested in watching it. It's down so much, and the stocks that are down so much that I still believe are good businesses are the ones that I'm really paying attention to. So, for example, Netflix, I still believe is a very good business. I know people watch Netflix. I know Netflix has a ton of content, fantastic TV shows, and I don't think it's going anywhere. And with how much it's down, I'm definitely interested in seeing how I can play that. Shopify is the other one. I know Shopify is positioned well for the future. E-commerce is not going anywhere. It's not as though Shopify is a brick and mortar store where their business model is a dying business. I think Shopify is set to take advantage of the future, and it's down almost 80% from its high. So these stocks that I still believe have good business models for the future that are down really quite a bit are the ones that I'm interested in. Those two for me are Netflix and Shopify. So I know I'm a little bit early to that mindset. I know the market's still not in a great spot. I understand all this stuff, guys. I'm not just delusional to that. But it doesn't mean I'm just not going to watch these. It doesn't mean I'm not going to at least try to take advantage of this opportunity as a younger investor with with a large time horizon. Just taking advantage of that is what I'm definitely looking to do. So let's get started. NASDAQ. So what did NASDAQ do, guys? I mean, it's just really nice. We talked about this in the stream yesterday. We talked about the retest of 12,250, and that was the main thing you had to watch. That's all you had to watch yesterday. Is the NASDAQ going to hold 12,250? That was the main thing that we wanted to see yesterday, and you can see how perfect The 12,250 retest was yesterday at open. This is all you needed to know. This is all you needed to monitor. This is all you needed to understand to know that the market was going to find upside. The retest of a previous rejection point into support. It was really a thing of beauty. If I go down to the shorter term time frame, let's just go to the 1 minute. Actually, you know what? Let's go 5. Here it is, guys. Here's the 5-minute chart into open yesterday. You can see we broke it on Tuesday. We pulled back to it yesterday morning. We found support there all yesterday pre-market. And when the market opened, you got your push off of it. Just a really clean, you can even call this a bull flag. Right there. Just a really, really clean technical break. So really love that. It's definitely strong to me. And the fact that we're still holding up here is definitely hinting at upside, in my opinion. You are sort of holding these higher lows. You have continued to hold these higher lows. But what is this level that we are stuck at? Right? What is this level that we are stuck at? Well, if we go to the 4-hour, we can see what level that is. That is our 12.5 level. Right? 12.5 is a psychological level. It's also a level of a lot of previous support that will turn into resistance here. You can see support, 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 support. So a lot of support here at 12.5 from back in May and into June. And you can see we're starting to get a little bit stuck there. So can we get above 12.5 today? That's your main question. Can we get above 12.5? Right? Can we get above this level? And can we do this? Can we get above? Can we hold it as support? Can we start to see the market trade here above 12.5? And can we curl off that level? If you can see this happen, there is going to be more upside, guys. If you can see this happen, there is going to be more upside, right? Yeah, you can be very cautious being bullish or bearish, guys. You don't have to be cautious when you're looking at levels, right? That's the thing that you don't trade this market off your sentiment, off your bias. You don't have to be bullish or bearish here. Just watch the levels, right? The reason I was bullish yesterday is based off of technical levels. It's not based off of my gut decisions. It's not based off of my devil on my shoulder telling me that, the market's going to go higher. The reason I was bullish yesterday is because the NASDAQ broke 12,250. It turned it into support. That is a bullish technical formation. That's why I was bullish yesterday. Today, I'm only bullish if you break 12.5 and you hold it as support, right? So you guys can be bullish or bearish, but base them off of real technical levels. Base them off real things going on in the market. Do not base them off your hunch or your emotion or, whatever it is, right? So there's a difference between saying I'm bullish because of no reason at all besides me being emotional. And then there's a difference between that and being bullish because of real technical holds and breakouts, right? There's a difference there. You got to make sure you're honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm bullish, but why am I bullish today? I'm bullish because 12,250 hold. I'm bullish because that technical level was previous rejection. It is now support. So I like that setup. All right. For me today, I need to see the NASDAQ get over 12.5. If it's not over 12.5, I'm not bullish, because why would I be bullish if it's stuck under this rejection point? I need to see a break over 12.5. I need to see it hold as support, right? Then I can be bullish. If I do not see that, then I am more, neutral, because I don't know what's going to happen at this 12.5 level. If we start to reject off this level, then I would definitely see if there's downside. If we break 12,250, then I become a little bit more bearish, right? If we break 12,250, if we turn this previous support from yesterday into resistance, then I switch to the downside. So just base your trading decisions off technical levels, guys. I promise there's no room for being biased either direction if you follow the levels on your charts. 12.5, 12,250, need to get above 12.5 today. That's the big thing. All right, ES. Why do I like ES this morning a little bit? I'm not saying I'm delusional here, but I like ES because it's above 39.50. Look at what it's doing above 39.50 this morning. Doesn't this look familiar? Right? Doesn't that look familiar? Look at the hold of 39.50 this morning. If the ES can hold 39.50 intraday, start to find support there, I believe you will start to curl off that level. That is a major rejection level that is now turning into support in the pre-market. It held as support yesterday intraday, and it has continued to hold support through last night into this morning. That needs to hold. If you lose 39.50, you likely find some downside pressure towards that 39.20, which is where we found support yesterday. So you could still see a hold if you hold 39.20, right? The big one here, 39.20, if you lose that 39.20, then you probably see downside. If you lose 39.20, which is this low right here, you probably see downside. If you can hold 39.20 or even 39.50, then I think there's still a chance of this continuation. Let me go to the hourly chart. Let me show you why 39.50 is important, right? You can see previous rejection, previous rejection. So you can see right now, it is trying to hold it as support. That you have to watch that, guys. I mean, this is huge. It's huge. You have to be watching that fact right there. That is everything for you today as a trader. Does the ES hold 39.50? If it does, it's going to try to push up. If that previous rejection point turns into support, it's going to try to push to the upside. If it does not, if it breaks below, then you know the momentum is going to be lost. You know that you might see some downside. So 39.50 to me is very important today. You can even look towards that 39.20. That is what I would be watching. I already looked at the NASDAQ. So yeah, a little bit of volatility this morning. Did we get, what is it, 816? Did we get, no, the ECB? We get ECB news? It's nothing, guys. There's really not much. Zoom out. But yeah, definitely a little bit of reaction there of whatever just came out. ECB. All right. So, yep, that's it, guys. 39.50 on the ES, and then on the NASDAQ, 12.5, and that would be the level that you need to see break, right? So those are the futures on the NASDAQ to ES. Let's go to the Dow. The Dow, you guys can see it right here, right? 50 basis points. It's pretty weak, isn't it? The Dow is doing the same thing as the ES, right? Let me clean this up again. Okay. Clean that up. All right, so you guys can see 31,700 previous double top rejection on the Dow, right? What is it doing this morning? What is the Dow doing at 31.7? Look at this, guys. I mean, this is not this is not black magic. This is not wizardry. This is stuff that you need to be paying attention to. Look at where the Dow held yesterday intraday. Look at these bounces in this zone. Right off 31.7, 31.7, 31.7, 31.7. This is important. This is signaling upside, right? I know it's, I know that it's tough to change a bias if you have a bias to the downside, but you cannot ignore the fact of these technical holds this week so far, right? You have to understand that there is technical holds going on. This is a change as what we've seen previously. In the last few weeks, before this week, we would not hold technical levels. We would push into them. We would reject nasty. We would push higher. We would drop down even further. This is a little bit different this week, right? It's a little bit different. We're getting technical holds. We're getting break and retest to the upside. This is something, I know it's tough to switch up your bias, but this is something that will present to you short-term opportunity. If you're a trader, you have to be advantageous. You have to be opportunistic here. These are opportunities that you can take advantage of if you're able to switch a bias, if you're able to look at the technicals and say, okay, I think the macro picture is still really bad, which it is, but these are bullish technical formations that I can try to trade. So those are the things you have to remember. As bad as the macro picture is, and I totally agree with you if that's what you're thinking, These are bullish technical formations going on in the market. So double top there has turned into support. That must hold on the Dow, 31.7. Russell, look at what the Russell did yesterday. So the Russell broke above 1800, and look what it turned it into. You see this 1800? This is a huge rejection at 1800 on the Russell. Look at what it did yesterday, guys, at 1800. I'll zoom into the 15-minute. Look at this. You pulled back to 1800. You held it as support, right? You pulled back to 1800. You held it as support. That is big for the Russell. That's a really, really big rejection point on the Russell right here. You guys see this? See all these red arrows I have? This is 1800 rejection point. It turned it into support yesterday. Interesting, right? So, moral of the story, guys, the market is holding technical levels, and the NASDAQ, holy crap, it's above 12.5. Yeah, I mean, the NASDAQ and the ES are holding bullish technical levels as much as we want to remember, as much as, as much as the macro picture is negative, which I totally agree. I want to be open to the idea of these technical levels holding, the break and retest to the upside that I want to take advantage of, right? So nice break and retest yesterday, 12,250. Look to see if we can hold above 12.5 today. I think that will cause upside. And then look at this ES hold, right? Look at this ES hold at 39.50 right now. That's huge, right? 39.50. Why is that important? Look at the 4-hour chart. You guys can see the double top here, and you can see it turning into support. That's what I would trade based off today. That's what I would run with. Those are the levels I would watch. If you want to get these levels in a text format every single morning, go down below in the description. It says free technicals. I post these technicals charts every single morning for free in the chart Discord. So this is chart. It's a second Discord that I run. It's free to get futures analysis. So I post them every single morning here. The analysis that we speak about here, I post here in a text format for you to review every single day, right? Every single day. If you want to upgrade for $5 a month, I post technical levels on individual stocks. That's if you would like to upgrade. You get $5 a month. You get technical levels every single day on individual stocks. If you like my technical analysis, if you come here for my technical analysis, it's really it's a win-win to be involved in that chat. So check that out. That is no live trading, no commentary. It's just strictly charts. That's why it's free. All right, let's continue. So, NVIDIA. I mean, this is just a sick chart. That's really all I have to say. I'll go to the hourly because I think it shows it a little bit better. I'll go to the 30-day. Let me see if look, this is just, this is some really clean stuff, guys. Can anyone show me the 3 break and retests that happened this week, right? 3 break and retests in 3 days. One, right here. Break and retest of 160. 1, break and retest. Beautiful. Next level of resistance, 170, right? What did it do yesterday? It broke, it retested, it held 170. Second break and retest this week. Third break and retest this week. Break above 175, previous rejection point, holding it as support. Third break and retest this week. In 3 days, you had 3 break and retest entries on NVIDIA. Just absolutely incredible. It's really just textbook stuff. If I had to prove to anyone the break and retest strategy, I would say go look at NVIDIA and go look at the last 3 days. And look at where the beautiful entries were every single time on NVIDIA. Break and retest, break and retest, break and retest. Even intraday yesterday. Look at where we pulled back to intraday yesterday and held. So the retest, the stair-stepping patterns on NVIDIA have been incredible. This is just really clean technical stuff on NVIDIA. If I could zoom out to the 90, here's your next level to watch. 180, 180, 181. That's your next level to watch. Okay? I hope you guys understand that. That's some really clean stuff. If you come to my live stream, I would hope by now you sort of understand what I'm looking at. So, next, AMD. Big support, big rejection. You're trading at it right now today. 90. Huge level on AMD. $90 is a massive level on AMD here. Does it get above? Does it turn it into support? If it does, that's very bullish. What has AMD done over the last few days? 5-minute chart. It's a little bit messy, but it's there, right? It's a little bit messy. It wasn't perfect. It's not as perfect as AMD or as NVIDIA. If I go and zoom into the hourly, I guess maybe you could say I had my levels wrong a little bit. You could say it probably should have been down here on AMD, around this 85. But you can see, right? Break and retest of previous rejection points. And then possibly, if we can do it again, break and retest, go long off 90 hold, right? That's what I'll be looking for on AMD. Either way, both these names have been very strong. Here's MU, another chip stock. And what has it done? What has it done? 90-day. What has MU done here, guys? I'll leave it. I'm not even going to say it. You should know, right? Boom, 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 boom. Rejection, rejection, rejection. What is this? What is that right there? Right? The B and R. Okay. Last one, just to annoy you again with the with the B and R. Here it is. Boom. Boom. Qualcomm. What did it do yesterday? Broke, retest, pushed to the upside. Why did it push? Well, because it turned a previous triple top rejection point into support. There you go. Rejection, rejection, support. Off the pullback. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. It's all over the place, guys. It's all over the place. You just got to look for it. Okay, let's continue. 4-hour chart on Tesla. Here's my plan on Tesla today. I'm not trading it. That's my plan. I will not trade Tesla unless it's over 800. I'm going to really stick to my guns on that one. I do not want to be the person that gets slammed in this supply. I just don't have interest. So I see a ton of rejection points up here. One here, right? One here. I have another one right here. Let me use the space bar for this. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. So, I mean, I'm looking at 3, 6, 9 rejections on Tesla in the 760 to 800 level, right? I'm looking at 9 rejections just in between this 40-point range. So, do I want to be a call chaser in supply here? Not really, guys, because I know that if you break 800, there's going to be a big move that I can take advantage of. So if Tesla gets above 800, if that happens, if it gets above a psychological level, above this supply, then I know there's going to be some easy mode coming, right? I know easy mode is going to be there on Tesla, right? Then I want to be involved. Do I want to be involved in a chop fest potential supply rejection nonsense area? No, I don't want to expose myself to the stuff that could go on in this level, right? So for me, it's 800. Right here, top of that range, right around 800. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see that break. If it doesn't, I probably will not trade Tesla, guys. It's too choppy, and I have no interest. Okay, Apple. What did Apple do yesterday? Really clean stuff. You guys know we were talking about the 150, 150 level. I said that Apple is going to be influential to this market. Apple is the biggest stock in the S&P 500 by weight. It's going to move the market, right? So you have a previous rejection at 150, 150 that turned into a rejection again, right? You can see right here, rejection. We dropped off of it. We held this level. We pushed back up. If I go to the 15-minute chart, you can see right here. Look at what Apple did yesterday. It pushed up, held this supply, turned it into a demand zone, and as soon as Apple started to push yesterday, I'll go to the 1-minute chart. As soon as Apple started to push yesterday, which is around 10:25 to around 10:35, so about 10 minutes, let me show you the NASDAQ at 10:25 yesterday. NASDAQ, 10:25, right here. Here's the NASDAQ at 10:25. Look at the reaction. Boom. 10:25 on the NASDAQ, aligned perfectly when Apple started to get unleashed. So you can see Apple was pretty leashed up here for the first, 10, 15, or first hour almost, a little bit less, 45 minutes. Once it started to get its pop, once it started to hold the 150, 150, boom. So very nice on Apple. That is very, very clean. Now today, you need to see Apple continue to hold, or at least in the future, right? Today, tomorrow, next week, the week after that, moving forward, Apple needs to retain this 150, 150. If we lose this 150, 150 at any point, then the momentum is going to be lost. So at this, from this point forward, you want Apple to be above 150, 150 for the market to retain its bullish momentum, right? That's the key. That is the key. As long as Apple is above that level, I believe the bullish momentum will stay. Once Apple loses that level, I think it flips. So you can see Apple above this level, above rejection point, above this March low, right? We are above March lows on Apple. We are trading higher than where we were in March. So if you've been dip buying Apple, which I know I have a lot, then you're sitting pretty nice right now because you're back. You just erased like 4 months of gains. 4 months of gains. Apple has erased, all these losses from starting from, I guess that's a little different because it did push, but I guess you could say from here. So about 2 months of losses, you have, you are above those 2-month lows from right around here. So it's good, right? It's good for the market. Apple's next level is up here around 157. Fed next week news. Yeah, I mean, guys, I hope you understand that I'm smart enough to understand that everything I'm saying right now is all contingent on next week's economic news, right? I'm not that dumb, right? So, I know that everything I'm talking about right now could be totally changed next week if the Fed do something, if tech earnings are bad, right? I'm not totally blind to that fact. I understand that. So I'm just showing you guys some short-term stuff, short-term opportunities. You have to understand that next week is a total crapshoot. I mean, anything can happen next week. Target. One of our members in the chat, Amen, shout out to you, really pointed out this trade on Target to me, and it's working out beautifully. I did not take it. I was a little bit preoccupied on other stuff, but we were sort of talking about look for the 152 retest on Target as an entry for upside. Why did we say that? Well, because you can see you have a rejection here, right, at 152. You guys can see right here, 152. You have that rejection of Target. And let me show you what happened yesterday, right? Let me show you what happened yesterday. Look at this stuff, man. This is just crazy. You pushed higher, you pulled back. Where did you hold yesterday? 152 on the dot. You held 152. You turned this previous high into support. You can see Target's moving continuation to the upside. So I like Target here. It's a little bit of a beatdown stock, right? It definitely is. It's definitely going to be a little bit tough, a little slow, but I like the break above this rejection, right? You are above these highs. You are making new highs, new 2-month highs on Target, which is a good sign, right? You're getting that continuation. I would say the next look is probably up around 159, 160. If you can break that, then you're looking at this 167. And if you can break that, you're looking at the earnings gap down. So Target's an interesting one. Walmart, another stock that is making higher lows and higher highs. Walmart has made higher highs since their earnings drop. This is back in May. Walmart is above those highs, right? It's making a higher high, and it's holding higher lows. So I do like Walmart as well. It's making a little bit of a sneaky move here. Make sure to pay attention to it. The next move that you need to watch out for is the 132.50. That's these lows here, right? Lows here at 132.50. Watch out for that rejection point. Last but not least, on this retail side of things, Costco. Costco 4-hour chart. Yeah, I'm really not even interested in the jobless claims, guys. I don't even think it's moving the market. Yeah, I mean, this is the ECB decision. A little bit of upside off the jobless claims. Yeah, a little bit of movement. Do you guys want me to pull up do you guys want me to pull it up? All right. Jobless claims. Where is it? Jobless claims up 7,000. So you're getting more jobless claims. Up 7,000 to 251. Okay. little increase in jobless claims. All right, Costco. What am I looking at on Costco? I'm looking at this little flag pattern that's forming. I like that. So if you guys are not aware, I sold my Costco swing. I think I told you that for about $800 gain. But I'm still in it. I'm still looking at it. I'm still watching it. So you guys can see, I actually did take a trade on it yesterday. For you guys in the Discord chat, that, posted it there. You can see a little bit of a downtrend, a little bit of a flag, and look at the hold around 515. Right? 515, look at that hold. So I am definitely interested. Can Costco start to break out of this flag? Can the strength continue here? It cooled off a little bit, right? Every stock's going to cool off a little bit. It held up very nicely. You guys can see the hold here around 515, 518, and it's starting to break out of this flag. So is there more here? Definitely something I'm watching today. Boeing. Yeah, Boeing's interesting, guys. Boeing's been making some nice moves as well. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you're going to see Boeing's above a big level right now. So this double top, remember we talked about watching Boeing into this double top? Well, it's there, and it's above it now. So right here, double top on Boeing at 158. You can see you're above it right now. If Boeing continues, this is basically a straight shot to 165. Why do I say that? Look at this right here, guys. This is nothing, right? This is a straight shot from 158 to 165. There is nothing to stop Boeing in that area. So if Boeing can actually get some momentum today, I think you will very quickly see 165. There is not much rejection in this area. It is straight down, and it could very well be straight up. So definitely Boeing is one to watch. I don't trade Boeing. Personally, I just don't have good experiences. I'm scarred, and I'd rather just stick to my tech names. But Boeing definitely looks pretty good there. All right, Shopify. So just want to put it down in history, guys. I'm a very delusional shop bull here. I have been buying shares. I have been buying options. I have been preparing myself, setting myself up for the future of Shopify. Personally, that's my game plan right now. I'm accumulating as many shares as I can of Shopify at these levels. I really am not too concerned about the move between 30 and 0. This move between 30 and 0 would make me lose a very little amount of money, right? So this downside risk to $0 on Shopify, literally out of business, is maybe a $2,000 loss over the lifespan of my investing horizon. It's not something that I'm that worried about, right? I really don't care if I lose $2,000 here from 30 to $0 over the next 20 years. Makes absolutely no difference to me. What does make a difference to me is the possibility of Shopify going back into the hundreds or going back into the 130s or maybe even the 140s, right? That's big money. That's like 5x, right? So this does just, as dumb as I might sound saying this, guys, but to me, this is a risk-free investment, in my opinion. It might sound really dumb, and I know it probably sounds pretty dumb to you guys, but it's just, to me, a pretty nice area to start accumulating shares on a stock like Shopify, which I believe is a great company. So that's what I'm doing. Of course, this is not financial advice. Do not follow me on this. Do not think that, you should do the same. I'm just sort of pointing out my opinions on this stream, what I do, what I'm doing. I own shares of Shopify, and I will continue to buy more. So I'm liking Shop. I like this hold here. $40 is the big rejection point. Definitely a level to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections at 40. Definitely need to see it above 40. Right? That's a must. We got to get above 40. If we do, you're looking at 48, you're looking at 50. And if it gets to 60, I'm up 100% on shares, right? That's what I love about this. If this thing just gets back to 60, I'm up 100% on shares. So that's pretty sweet. So I'm definitely looking to see if Shop can continue, if the market can continue. We'll see what happens. Either way, I definitely think that Shop can start to push here. If it gets above 40, that's my big thing to watch here, Shopify. Amazon's flying? Oh, shit. Yeah, it is. All right, we'll look at Amazon in a second. But yeah, guys, Shopify, I'm loading some shares. Definitely going to be watching that. All right, Amazon. We got some news on Amazon. Amazon to acquire One Medical for $18 a share in cash, transaction valued at $3.9 billion. Okay, so Amazon acquiring a company and definitely going to push, and that's definitely going to be helping the market here. So you guys can see right here, Amazon has made a sweet move above 117 rejection. So yeah, I mean, you guys can see how many stocks are making important breakouts, right? Look at this breakout on Amazon. You can see the rejection, you can see the rejection, right? You can see the rejection, and you can see the breakout. So that is going to free up some opportunity. That's going to get short sellers to get squeezed out. It's going to push us higher. Next level on Amazon is 126. 126 is your next level on Amazon right here. Rejections, 126. If you can get over 126, you might have more. So watch 126 on Amazon, guys. That's the level I would be monitoring. Okay? Financials real quick. Just want to share with you guys the XLF and Goldman Sachs because this is a sector that's finding some strength right now. So here's the daily chart. You can see that XLF is holding this 31 level, holding it pretty nicely. If the XLF can actually start to make some moves here, if it can break over 33, Goldman Sachs looks pretty primed for more upside. You can see that Goldman Sachs is breaking this downtrend. I would say next rejections are up here around 330 and 345, right? But you can see the daily chart downtrend. So you can see rejection. You can see we're breaking through it. So 330, 345, definitely levels to watch. And that would be if the financial sector continues, right? That's what I would watch. If the market goes down, then it goes down, man. I mean, it's not like it's a battle between, it's not like not everyone that is on the internet is delusional to like the market changing direction, right? I'm not like a sloth on the computer and just not going to react to the market rejecting levels. Like right now, the market is moving up. There's strength. There's momentum. You have to be opportunistic. If the market drops, it drops. I switch to look for downside. You can't just, the constant battle online, the constant argument with people online is everyone's fighting, thinking that, oh, you're bullish now, but watch what happens next week. Sure, right? Sure. If it drops next week, I'll play puts. It makes no difference. It's such a terrible argument. But yeah. So Goldman Sachs pushing to the upside, I would watch that, right? I would watch that, Goldman Sachs, if the financials continue. Netflix. So, you guys can see here, 4-hour chart on Netflix. You're starting to get a breakout, right? You're starting to get a breakout. You can see the double top right here on Netflix. Look at what it did on earnings. It broke above that, and it's that as support. That level is 207.50, right? 207.50 is the level that was a previous rejection, and you can see it broke above and held. So what did it do yesterday at 207.50? It pulled back. It held it as support. Look at what it did intraday. Look at these candles at 207.50. That's legit right here, right? You can see push higher, hold at 207.50, little triple bottom intraday, and you can see it pushed off of that. So if I go back to the 4-hour chart, look at what it's doing. It's turning this 207.50 rejection into support, meaning that it could continue higher. Next level, 226.50, right? That's your next level, 226.50. Very nice, right? Definitely watching that. And if I see more upside, you guys see what happened here on Netflix, right? Look at this chart on Netflix, guys. If you trade gap fills, this is a gap fill dream. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but there is a monster gap fill between 250 and 330, and then there's a monster gap fill between 410 and 500, right? There is huge gaps here on Netflix. So definitely going to be watching Netflix. NASDAQ's moving. Holy crap. Yeah, she's moving. So what's the goal today, right? What's the goal now, guys? Things have changed a little bit. What's the goal now of the NASDAQ? We got to hold 12.5. That's the goal now. We have to hold 12.5 intraday. If we do not hold 12.5 intraday, you've dropped lower. That's the goal now. 12.5 intraday. Look at the ES. Holy hell. All right, let's look at some stocks. NVIDIA, 180. Oh, my God. Shopify, pushing a little bit. Google, nice push. What's Apple doing? Apple, new highs. Tesla, not reacting. Don't like that. What's Microsoft up to? Microsoft's been weak. What's pushing the most here? Probably Apple and Google, Apple and NVIDIA. AMD, yeah, AMD hit the 90 level. So yeah, I would say, guys, stick with the strong ones, right? What have the strong ones been? It's been NVIDIA, it's been AMD, it's been Apple. Those have been your strong ones lately. So definitely keep watching the strong ones. It's never good to try to get into something that's lagging, right? Just follow the strength. In my opinion, the strength has also been maybe behind a little bit of Meta. Meta has been pretty strong lately, has found a lot of momentum. So Apple, NVIDIA, AMD have really been strong ones. Meta's been sort of there as well. Google's been okay. And then Amazon, obviously, has been a rocket ship, right? So follow those strong ones, right? Don't try to be fancy. Don't try, I'm going to trade Palantir because the NASDAQ's going higher. How about you just trade Apple, right? How about you just trade Amazon? Or I'm going to trade Uber because the NASDAQ's going higher today. No, trade Apple, trade Amazon. The contracts are cheap now. You can afford them, right? Trade good stocks. Okay, that's what I had, guys. Let's go quickly over the stocks that you guys want to look at, and then we are out of here. If you guys could just take a second and press the like button, that would be very much appreciated. Can we get to 500 likes today? That would be very much appreciated. UNH. Yeah, I would look for UNH to hold 520, absolutely. UNH 520 retest, yes. Yes, that's my answer, yes. Look to see if it can hold 520. If it can, look for upside. Airbnb. 4-hour chart. You guys can see right here. 103, 104. See if it can retest. Actually, you know what? Let me bring this up a little bit. I would say it's probably like right here, 105. Round 105 on Airbnb. Look for that retest. Airbnb. It says below, it says join below. Shihan. Down below, it says join. You want to press that. CrowdStrike. Yeah, CrowdStrike's in a nice little, oh, do I not have the charts up? Oh, God damn it. Sorry, guys. My bad. All right, let me start over. UNH. UNH 520. You guys can see right here. 520. I want to see that hold, right? That's definitely important. Airbnb. 105, right? Rejection. 105. You want to see that hold, right? That's your retest level. Airbnb. CrowdStrike. You guys can see right here. CrowdStrike. You guys can see rejection. A lot of rejections here. CrowdStrike needs to get over 190. 190 needs to break on CrowdStrike. That's crucial. Datadog, sort of stuck. Not really following the strength in the market. That needs to get over 110 or it's not going anywhere. Finally, Enphase, $220 level. Yeah, look for the retest and hold above 220 on Enphase, right? Look for that break and retest hold of 220 on Enphase. We already looked at Amazon. You can go back on the stream and look at it if you'd like. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, there will be no live stream, guys. Please remember, no live stream tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, I will not be here. I will be away, and I will not be able to make it to the stream. So just keep my thoughts in your head, right? Look for the break and retests. Focus on the charts. I will post technical levels in the chart Discord down below. So if you are part of the chart Discord, you will still get my futures analysis. So if you want to get futures analysis tomorrow, it won't be on the live stream here, but it will be in the chart Discord. It is free to join down below, so make sure to check that out. I hope that everyone that comes to this stream is part of that Discord. It's meant to be sort of like a free community for the live stream, really, and you can get everything we talk about there. So check that out. Press the like button, guys. Help me get to 500 likes on this stream. That would be awesome. Subscribe to the channel. We're getting there to 50,000. I think we're like 800 away, so we're getting there. No, I'm not going to Rolling Loud. That's not my scene. I'm going to New York to spend some time with family. That's where I'll be. So thank you guys so much. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace out.